Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Lesser Known But Awesome Heroes. And today, I got a really obscure female character for you guys. It's actually one that I've been reading her, at least at the time of this recording. I was reading her DC Showcase, and pretty good little fantasy-based book. And that is Amethyst, the Princess of Gemworld. Now, there have been 3 separate comic book series published by DC back in the 1980s featuring this character. And Amethyst tells the story of a girl named Amy Winston who actually discovered that she was in fact the princess, or rather the orphaned princess, I should specify, of the magical kingdom of Gemworld. And that apparently a ruler named Dark Opal was out to destroy her, and so she basically goes to Gemworld to overthrow him. Now, her first appearance was in Legion of Superheroes, Volume 1, issue number 298, in April of 1983. She was created by writers Dan Mishkin and Gary Cohen, and the artist was Ernie Colon, or Colon, however you want to pronounce that. Interestingly enough, she was part of the House of Amethyst, and originally, and much later on, take 2. It is later revealed in the 2nd or 3rd series by Dr. Fate that she is in fact a Lord of Order. And she also has very strong magic abilities, so let me scroll down to that real quick. Okay, basically, she is the most powerful magic user on Gemworld. Basically, her whole entire house, her family, the House of Amethyst, are the most powerful magic users in Gemworld, thus making her a very powerful magic user. Her power is only rivaled by the Lord of Chaos, Mordru. She also possesses a host of powers including flight, spellcasting, energy manipulation, matter transmutation, and can tap into other sources of magical energy to amplify her own powers. And this is going to be crazy for some of you to believe, but her magical abilities are so strong that she actually, during the Infinite Crisis, when the Spectre invaded Gemworld, she actually went toe-to-toe with him by herself and actually survived the encounter. Yeah, I don't think I need to elaborate on that now, do I? Still pretty cool, though. Okay, so let me explain this brief publication history deal. Originally, the Amethyst's book was created for young girls. You know, since there were so many, testosterone-filled, books in the 80s for, young boys, they had to, Amethyst was created as a character for females. Or at the very least, people that love fantasy. But later on, it took a much more aggressive and darker tone. And this and that, and I don't know. Anyway, Princess Amethyst, the daughter of the ruling House of Amethyst, was left abandoned when Dark Opal of the House Opal murdered her parents. The witch Citrina, there we go. The witch Citrina whisked her away to Earth to be raised by the Winston family in safety. And at the age of 15, she was attacked by Dark Opal's forces, and being brought into Gemworld, she then discovered her magical abilities, and when 13-year-old Amy went through the portal to Gemworld, she had the appearance of a full-grown woman. And it's revealed that the most powerful magic users in all of Gemworld were from the House of Amethyst. And after she escaped Dark Opal, she decided that she was going to use her powers to basically lead a revolutionary rebellion to basically, stop Dark Opal's oppression of the entire land of Gemworld. Along her journey, she would make allies among many of the 12 kingdoms that did not support and were trying to build resistance forces against Dark Opal. She succeeded in rallying most of the houses to her side, gaining many friends such as Lord Topaz, Lady Turquoise, and Princess Emerald, also known as Emmy, on Earth. The first series ended with her defeating Dark Opal and liberating Gemworld, to which once that deed was done, she went back to Earth. It is later revealed in the second series in 1986 that in the aftermath of his defeat there was a lot of infighting among the other royal houses. This caused friction throughout all the other surrounding kingdoms. The Lords of Order, taking advantage of this, capitalized on Amethyst's absence. It's during this time that Dr. Fate reveals to Amy that she is in reality a Lord of Order, as her father was. This made her unique among the Lords of Order because she is the only one, if not the first, in creation to have a truly human form. And after struggling with this revelation, she accepts her destiny and goes to battle the Lord of Chaos known as the Child and his servant, the Gemstone Golem Flaw. After defeating Flaw, however, Amethyst ended the battle between herself and the Child by merging him with Gemworld itself, but in doing so was forced to merge herself with him. However, another miniseries would see the character actually return from this fate, but it appeared to take place 2 decades later, as time had passed very differently in Gemworld. And when Amethyst kind of came out of this hibernationary period, or dark fate, if you will, Lord Topaz and Lady Turquoise were actually married and had 3 children. Their twin sons, Warren and Donnell, and their 4-year-old daughter, Amber. The miniseries saw the rise of Mordru in the form of Warren himself, when he accidentally summoned Flaw back to life, who in turn, with the help of the Lords of Chaos, transformed him into a powerful sorcerer. Mordru would not only become Amethyst's greatest enemy, but would actually go on to plague the Legion of Superheroes in the 30th century. After transforming into Mordru, Warren went off on a path of conquest, which would eventually lead to a confrontation with Amethyst, which during Flaw was destroyed, and Amethyst pursuing Warren across Gemworld, where they had battled a second time. However, the Child, who had also returned, had kidnapped Emmy, now a grown woman, from Earth, and possessed her in an attempt to use her as leverage so that Mordru could defeat Amethyst. The ploy failed, however, as Donnell arrived to help Amethyst, but was able to temporarily restore Warren to his former self, to which he begged Donnell to kill him and set him free of Mordru's influence. However, Lord Topaz pled to not kill him, and this distraction gave Mordru enough time to recontrol Warren and kill Donnell in a very brutal and savage fashion. Enraged by this, Amethyst literally ripped the Child from Emmy's body and actually banished him back into Gemworld. In the final issue of the miniseries, Mordru was sentenced with banishment from the 12 kingdoms after his defeat. However, not satisfied by this, Amethyst basically decreed, especially angrily over Donnell's senseless murder, banished Mordru into Gemworld itself, literally merging him with the planet where he remained for many years. It's also revealed that Amber was not the child of Topaz and Turquoise as was previously believed, but was in fact Amethyst's daughter. And realizing at the end of her time on Earth, as Amy Winston had brought imbalance to the entire cosmic universe, Amethyst then charges Emmy with the care of her daughter and took them both back to Earth. And here we go. Amethyst then returned to Gemworld and merged with the planet once more until the day she would be needed again. And Amethyst would then reappear in the DC universe during the Infinite Crisis storyline. She was first seen battling the Spectre on Gemworld in issue number 2 and survived the attack. She later appeared among many other magical beings who were summoned to reconstruct the Shattered Rock of Eternity in the Day of Vengeance special. She was also seen again in issue 6 of Infinite Crisis, where she and other sorcerers pooled their powers to summon the restored Spectre to Stonehenge. In the aftermath of Infinite Crisis, all the other Lords of Order were apparently destroyed by the Spectre, signaling the end of the 9th Age of Magic. However, Amethyst is currently the only known survivor in the 10th Age. Curiously, though, Emmy or Amber have not been seen or mentioned since this third miniseries, and are presumably still in existence in the aftermath. So, that's pretty much it, guys. That is the finale for Amethyst's, shall we say, biography here in Lesser Known. Not the most publicated series, and probably the most criminally underused female character in my opinion, because she's actually pretty cool. I like her character. I mean, yeah, she started off as a quote-unquote, girly type character, a fantasy character for, little girls. But even then, she gets very huge props from me. Anybody who is powerful enough to go toe-to-toe with the Spectre by themselves and survive is certainly a character that I can respect. And with that, guys, that is Amethyst, the Princess of Gemworld. Highly lesser-known female character, but very, very awesome hero. Stay tuned, guys, for some more lesser-known and heroic goodness.